Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shafinas binti Zamri. Okay, for our project title is Web-based system of blood bank management to register and searching for donors. Okay, for the problems, firstly, there is no web-based system for blood bank management. As we use a manual system right now, it is a little bit troublesome. For the second problem, it is difficult to find specific searching platform for individuals to find blood donor. This is because the manual system that we use right now is hard to find a specific blood group, especially for those who have an emergency that need the blood immediately. And lastly, people lack of information about donation date and opportunities about activities associated with the National Blood Bank. So, by the system that we want to propose, it can easily notify the people about the event or activities of the donation. And all these problems are linked to the development of this project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ilya Maisara binti Sadun and I'm going to explain about the objective of this system. The first objective is to analyze and design a web-based system for blood bank management system from the manual system. We analyze and design this from all or manual system used by the hospital. The second objective is to develop the blood bank management system by the programmer. The programmer will use the system specification for the implementation. And the last objective is to test the blood bank management system with the donor. We will test with the donor to make sure it performs as designed.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aizat bin Kamal Ruzaman. So in this part, I will be explaining about the project scope. So the system we use for maintaining all the process and activities of blood bank management system. There shall be a proper documentation so that the further adjustment becomes easy. So that's mean in the future, if you want to make an update for the system, we can see all the details. As a whole, the application is focused to work with blood bank management. So in the system user, there are administrator, employee and donor. For the data, there are three types of data. There is employee, user and donor. The attribute for the employee is ID, username, Fname, password, BD, pre-NR, resignation, landline, mobile NR. For the user, ID, name, email, DOB, gender, B-type, address, city, mobile, create ad. The attribute for donor is ID, Fname, Mname, Lname, sex, B-type, BD, address, city, don date, state, temp, pulse, BP, weight, hemoglobin, hepatitis B, malaria, hematocrit, phone and mobile NR. So that's all for the project scope. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shafiqah binti Misran. Okay, so this is our context diagram. As you can see here, our system name is Blood Bank Management System, and we have three entities here, which is donor, employee and admin. Okay, the first entity, which is donor, they can only register for themselves in the system by entering their unconfirmed donor register details and get back their unconfirmed donor register status. Why I name it as an unconfirmed donor is because when they register, they are not immediately accepted as a member yet. So they need to wait for a confirmation from the employee of the hospital first. Next is the employee. Employee that already have an account, they can just log into the system by entering their employee username and get back employee login confirmation. Okay, next, as I said before, when the donor register, they need a confirmation from the employee first. So here is what the employee will do. After the donor have undergo several checkups and if they are qualified, then the employee will register for them again by entering their donor res info and medical info. So the employee will get back the confirmation of registration. Okay, not only that, the employee can check the blood availability by entering the blood group, and they will get back the blood availability. Okay, the third one is admin. They will register for the employee that still not have an account by firstly log into the system by entering the admin usernames, and after that register for the employee and they will get back the updated employee status. Okay, here is our DFD level 0. As we can see here, we have three process, which is login process, registration process, and checking blood stock availability. And for the entities, still same as before, same as contact diagram. We have donor, employee, and admin. And for the data store, we have three data store here: donor list, employee list, and user list. Donor list is the database for the donor who are already confirmed by the employee. Employee list, the database for the employee that already have an account, and user list is the database for the donor who is not confirmed yet by the employee. Okay, first we will talk about the donor. The donor can only enter the registration process by entering the unconfirmed donor register details, and it will send the unconfirmed donor register information to the user list, and user list will send back the unconfirmed donor status to the registration process, and it will send the unconfirmed donor register status to the donor. Next is about the employee. Employee can log in into the system by entering the login process. They will enter the employee username, and it will send the employee details to the employee list. Employee list will send the employee information back, and the employee will get the employee login confirmation. Next, employee can enter the registration process. This is for register for the donor that who already confirmed that qualified. Okay, by they will enter the donor basic information, the donor basic info, and it will send the donor details to the donor list, and the donor list will send the donor information to the registration process, and employee will get back the donor register status. Okay, next is employee can check the blood stock availability by the process of checking blood stock availability. Okay, employee will just enter the blood group into the system, and it will send the blood group details to the donor list, and the donor list will send back the blood group status to the process, and it will send the blood availability to the employee. Okay, for the admin can log into the system by entering the admin username to so from the login process they can register for the employee that don't have an account yet by entering the employee basic info, and then it will send the employee details to the employee list, and employee list will send back the employee register details to the registration process, and it will send the updated employee status to the admin. Okay, last but not least, this is our DFD level 1. Okay, here we have sub process from the process 2.0, which is registration process. So this process named confirming register request. Okay, so the employee will enter the donor basic info and donor medical info to the system, and the donor register information will be sent to the donor list, and the donor list will send back the donor status to the confirming register request, and then employee will get back the registration status.
Hello, I am Zaim Rashdan. So I would like to explain for the interface of our system. So this is the first page, which is also called as index page. So we go through guest first, enter as guest. So at the interface we should see the info about hospital. There's graph, and then detail of address. Then the second header will be about us. Should tell about the system. a little bit about the system and then the features. Apa yang ada dalam sistem ni. Then the third one is join us. We can, so this is for normal guest. We should put our name in this. Then after that, staff will use it for login. So I will show you. From this, we can display, employee can display how many blood type there are. So like this. From this, we can take other 3% from yang tadi. Ada cerita pasal yang tu lah, email tu lah. Yang data-data semua tu nanti masukkan dalam ni. Lepas tu kita masuk employee will put the medical information. Okay, then the last one, admin login. This admin login page. So I will enter the password first. So this is for employee. We can add another employee. And this is a list. We can delete employee. Edit or delete. We can edit. Then after we edit, we can also we can delete. Yes. Then we can add. Like that. 20 number, any number, yes. Then my name will be at this. This is my name. So that's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ilya Masara binti Sa'dun and I'm going to continue explain about the conclusion. Overall, the objective of the system has been achieved. Our objective to produce the blood bank management system by using the web-based can be considered accomplished. The outcome to building a web-based system that can replace existing manual system. However, it is depend on the staff and the owner of the hospital to use the system. Maybe the system not make their work easier, but to use it or not, it fully depending on them. That's all. Thank you.